One thing you might want to do is just get some professional advice when you're job searching or just you're trying to branch out or whatever. And one of those places you could do that is LinkedIn. And I think a lot of people know they want to make their LinkedIn profile better, but we can ask ChatGPT how to actually do this. So I can say, hey, how can I make my profile on LinkedIn the best it could possibly be for a potential employer? Could you give me some examples on how each part of my profile should be laid out as a template or a guide? And then it will give us some tips on how, each part of the profile should be laid out, and we can ask it to expand on those things, right? So I could actually say, hey, here is my background and skills, and I could just type out what my skills are. And then, I could just be like, how could I format my LinkedIn description to actually, look the best it could be? Like, what could you write me a LinkedIn description? And it could do that. So that's a pretty big gain, right? So it's giving us, a 1 through 8 list. And I'll be like, I could say, name is Micah, and I'm data visualization professional looking for people to connect with on my professional journey. I don't know. Sounds like something somebody would post on LinkedIn, right? So, can you write a LinkedIn description and a headline for my LinkedIn? I said LinkedIn twice, but anyhow, it gets the point. It's like, okay, cool. Great. So it gives me a description, and it's just spitting out this just beautiful, text right here. And then literally, right in the headline, it's even got the little bar: data visualization professional helping businesses and organizations make sense of their data through effective visual communication. Or my first name, like it's a little bit more of a personal option. So this is great. And I could be like, could you give me a couple more suggestions? And it'll just spit that out too. So, it's going to say, hey, here's one. And you can say like, hey, well, could you give me like 3 options? Could you write me like a bunch of these so I can pick which one I like the best? And it'll do that for you too. So he says, hey, you could use this, or, I could just say try again, and it'll go through and it might write me a different one. Might be like the same kind of thing. Yeah. So the difference here is with over 5 years of experience in the field, I have a strong understanding. It's a little bit different than this one up here. So we're getting something different. And instead of like professional, it said specialist. So it's tailoring the words, and you're throwing the ball to it, and it's throwing the ball back. You're asking it to modify, and you're receiving something in return. So hope this was helpful. I have another video for you as well. If you want to check that one out, I'm going to show you how to do more useful things with ChatGPT.